Okay, welcome everybody. I have here my Glock 23 and I'm going to be shooting some loads that I have reloaded a couple days ago. Hodgdon has a powder called Long Shot, and I just recently found out about it, kind of checked them out, checked out their loading data on that. And as it turns out, if you load up a Nosler 135 grain bullet, you can get quite a bit of velocity out of it. Now I have here the loading data. What I did is I compiled some different loading data from Hodgdon and Alliant powders, and I added some data to it because by default they don't add muzzle energy, power factor, data like that, which I find useful. I have been studying for a while now really how to tell what the best round is going to be like in your caliber. So looking at the data here real quick, the 135 grain Nosler jacketed hollow point, if you go ahead and load it up max, you're going to get 1,434 feet per second out of it. Okay, and that produces a muzzle energy of 1,616.58 foot-pounds of energy, and that's quite a bit for a 40 S&W. Now, as it turns out, that really doesn't correspond too well with penetration. What you want to look at is the power factor. For that round, that loading, you're getting 193.59 out of it. As it turns out, from what I can tell with the data, the best round, the best weight bullet for the 40 S&W is going to be a 180 grain bullet. Particularly when you're using, if you're loading them yourself with Hodgdon long shot. And that gives you 1159 feet per second, muzzle energy of 537.03, and a power factor of 208.62. Now the power factor simply is momentum, and if you remember high school physics or even elementary, college physics, momentum is just mass times velocity. So if you take the bullet weight, multiply it by the velocity, you get the power, you take the bullet weight times the velocity divided by 1,000. Okay, you divide those by 1,000, all that does is just give you a smaller figure. And that's just simply momentum. And generally speaking, I mean, when you're comparing ammunition between on the same caliber, you're going to want to get the one that has the most momentum, in theory. It's just something to look out for. But if you're going to buy your 40 S&W ammunition, I would buy 180 grain and look for some ammunition that gives you over 1,100 feet per second velocity, and that's probably going to be somewhere around the maximum load that you're going to get. And actually this data is very comparable, if not even a little bit better, to the double tap ammunition that's out there. I'm going to have to double check that. In fact, double tap actually uses the Nosler Bullets. Now, and today I'm just going to go ahead and check to see how these 135 grain bullets are shooting. You know, how accurately they are. Because sometimes when you get higher velocities or higher power, you're compromising the accuracy of it. You know, you're trading the accuracy off. Really, everything in life is a trade-off between two or more things. So we're going to see how they shoot, just to give you an idea. And if you guys find this interesting, I'm going to go ahead and do a series of videos just doing different penetration tests. What I really want to do next is to shoot the 135 grain bullet, Nosler bullet, and also the 180 grain Nosler bullet. So they're the same type of bullet, but one's going to be 135 grain, the other is going to be 180 grain. I have the 180 grain bullets on the way right now, and you know, for a while I thought that the one with the higher energy would penetrate more, but that's actually not true according to the physics of it. So even though the 135 grain has 616 foot-pounds of energy, the 180 grain only 537. The 180 grain bullet should penetrate better because of a higher power factor. But I'm not going to bore you with the details today. I just see a lot of videos online on YouTube, and people argue what penetrates better, and it seems like a lot of them just really don't know the facts. They just have opinions and they spout them off as facts. So I'm going to try to give you some accurate information here, and also we're going to do some tests, not necessarily all in this video, but upcoming videos. Okay, so please enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and have the camera facing on me, that way you can get an idea of how the gun is kicking and how far the shell's going. I do have a tarp set up because I want to recover the shells after I get done shooting. Okay, I'm shooting a distance of about somewhere around 12 yards. And I'm probably going to have to pull this tarp back a little bit, because these are going to want to fly. I'm just going to take my time today to see how accurately I can put these on target. Okay, I didn't see where that casing went, but I'll try to look at the next one. Okay, it wasn't going anywhere near where I thought it was going to shoot. So let's go ahead and try a little bit more. Ah shit, we got a jam. That's not good. Failure to go in the battery. It looks like it ejected the casing, but it didn't feed the new one in. Okay, let's try a little bit more. Okay, I think we caught one and we're out. And let's go ahead and see how the accuracy was on that. But at any rate, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I shot 10, so I missed 2 rounds obviously. Here's one down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th one, I'm not exactly sure. I could have went down here. So not tremendous accuracy, but to tell you the truth, I think a lot of that was me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. I wasn't 100% really that impressed with how I shot the last time. Again, I think a lot of that was just screwing around trying to figure out where the casings were landing. So I'm not gonna worry about that this time. I'm just gonna take my time, aim steady, and see again how it shoots. Okay, so we didn't have any jam issuing or feeding issues this time. Let's go ahead and see how it shot that time. Okay, so a little better groups this time. The first couple rounds seem to have gone right on target. If I'm not mistaken, those were the one on the bullseye was the very first round that I shot. But let's see, I think we have one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shot 9. I don't know if it must just be one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for some reason they're shooting a little bit low. Okay, so you can see that one round ended up jamming in the gun. What it specifically did is it ejected the spent round out perfectly fine, but upon loading the new round, going in the battery, it kind of stovepiped up in there and didn't load properly. I'm gonna have to check over the video footage. I could have been limp wristing maybe a little bit. I don't know. These are pretty hot rounds. You know, you go to the store and you buy some cheap Federal Champion ammunition, you won't even think it has recoil after shooting these ones. So just something to think about there. I don't know why exactly it jammed, but it happens. Actually, I think it may have been one of the same, or the same magazine that I had problems with before, although I'm not sure because I mixed the two up. And I just want to show you some of these casings. These ones aren't too bad, but some of them are kind of screwed up on the end a little bit. Okay. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but look how bent the end is. Normally I don't see that with other types of ammunition. I don't know if it's just because of the 135 grain bullets, such a high velocity they do that. But at any rate, I only have 1 round left today. We're going to go ahead and shoot that into a 2-liter bottle of water. And we'll see what we can do. Okay, I only have 1 round to try to do this in, so hopefully I won't miss. I'm going to do it from fairly close range. What I would like is to just shoot it through lengthwise. That way it has more water to go through. Like I said, for when I actually do some real testing, plan on having a little bit better setup. You know, a bunch of like milk jugs and whatnot. But at any rate, let's go ahead and see what the heck we can do. Woo! Definitely got freaking wet on that one. Ugh. Forgot Newton Third's law there. Didn't think I was going to get wet. But at any rate, where the hell did the 2-liter go? Okay, it's way down there. So this ought to be interesting. Okay, so it actually penetrated through pretty much the whole thing. You can see the exit wound right up there. You know, not extremely big. Probably expanded a bit, but I was in a way kind of hoping it would stop it and catch it, but I figured it wouldn't be enough water. So, oh well, we'll have to go ahead and try it a different way another day. Okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was at least a little bit entertaining.